Online travel has taken off more recently, particularly with the rise of websites like Airbnb. People love the idea of being able to rent rooms and houses directly from the hosts at an affordable price. When looking into renting a house online, it is important to see what a listing looks like. Not only are high-quality photos important, but they need to show exactly what the place is like in all its glory. Be sure to watch until the end. But before that, don't forget to like and share the video with your friends. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to get notified of the next new video from us. Shall we start? The importance of good listing photos. Good listing photos are crucial for attracting guests to your Airbnb listing. They are often the first thing that potential guests see when they are searching for a place to stay, and they can make a big impact on whether or not someone decides to book a stay at your property. Listing photos is your chance to showcase your space and give potential guests an idea of what they can expect when they arrive. If your photos are poorly lit, poorly composed, or not just very appealing, it can be difficult to get people interested in staying at your property. On the other hand, high-quality photos that show off the best features of your space and make it look inviting and welcoming can be very effective at attracting guests. In addition to being important for attracting guests, good listing photos can also help you command higher rates for your property. Guests are often willing to pay more for a place that looks well-maintained and inviting in the photos. So, investing in high-quality photos can help you get more bookings and earn more money from your Airbnb listing. Tips for lighting and composition. Here are some tips for getting the lighting and composition right in your Airbnb listing photos. Use natural light. Natural light is usually the most flattering and appealing type of light for photos, so try to take advantage of it as much as possible. Open windows and curtains to let in as much natural light as possible, and try to avoid using flash whenever possible. Avoid harsh shadows. Harsh shadows can be very unflattering in photos, so try to avoid them as much as possible. If you're using natural light, try to take your photos on a cloudy day or during the golden hour, which is just after sunrise or just before sunset when the light is softer and more diffused. Frame the shot to show off the best features of the space. Think about what you want to highlight in your photos and compose your shots to show these features off. For example, if you have a beautiful view from your room, make sure to include it in the shot. Use leading lines. Leading lines are visual elements that guide the viewer's eye through the photo. You can use leading lines to draw attention to specific features of the space, such as a fireplace or a piece of artwork. Experiment with different angles. Don't be afraid to try out different angles and perspectives when taking your photos. Shooting from a high angle can make a smaller space look larger, while shooting from a low angle can make a tall space feel more intimate. Use a tripod. Using a tripod can help you get sharp, well-composed photos, especially if you're shooting in low light or using a long exposure. Edit and enhance your photos. Even if you nail the lighting and composition in your photos, you may still want to do some editing and enhancing to make them look their best. Use photo editing software to adjust the exposure, color balance, and other settings as needed. Tips for styling and staging. Here are some tips for styling and staging your Airbnb space to make it look inviting and welcoming in photos. Declutter. Remove any unnecessary items from the space and get rid of any clutter. This will help the space look clean, organized, and spacious in the photos. Use colorful accents. Add pops of color to the space with colorful throw pillows, blankets, and other decorative items. This will help make the space look more inviting and warm. Add some plants. Adding a few plants to the space can help make it feel more alive and welcoming. Choose plants that are easy to care for and complement the decor of the space. Make the bed. A neatly made bed is a simple but effective way to make the space look more inviting and welcoming. Use high-quality linens and pillows to make the bed look as luxurious as possible. Style the kitchen. If your Airbnb has a kitchen, make sure to style it in a way that makes it look clean, organized and well-equipped. Put away any dirty dishes, wipe down countertops and appliances, and consider adding a few decorative touches like a bowl of fruit or a vase of flowers. Use ambient lighting. Soft ambient lighting can help create a cozy and inviting atmosphere in the space. Use table lamps, floor lamps, and other types of ambient lighting to help set the mood. Personalize the space. Adding personal touches to the space, such as family photos or artwork, can help make it feel more welcoming and homey. Just be sure not to overcrowd the space with too many personal items. Tips for editing and enhancing photos. Here are some tips for editing and enhancing your photos to make them look their best. Adjust the exposure. The exposure of a photo refers to how light or dark it is. If a photo is too dark, you can use photo editing software to increase the exposure and brighten it up. On the other hand, if a photo is too bright, you can decrease the exposure to bring out more detail in the shadows. Adjust the color balance. The color balance of a photo refers to the overall color cast of the image. If the colors in a photo look too cool, bluish, or too warm, yellowish, you can use photo editing software to adjust the color balance and make the colors look more natural. Sharpen the image. Sharpening an image can help bring out more detail and make the photo look more crisp and clear. Just be careful not to over-sharpen the image, as this can make it look artificial and unrealistic. Remove blemishes and imperfections. Use the clone tool or spot healing brush in your photo editing software to remove any blemishes, scratches, or other imperfections from the image. Crop the image. Cropping an image can help you improve the composition and focus the viewer's attention on the most important parts of the photo. Just be sure to leave enough space around the edges of the image so that it doesn't look too cramped or cluttered. Adjust the contrast. Adjusting the contrast of an image can help bring out more detail in the shadows and highlights and make the photo look more dynamic. Just be careful not to overdo it, as too much contrast can make an image look unrealistic or harsh. Add filters. Filters can help give your photos a particular look or feel, such as making them look more vintage or more vibrant. Just be sure to use filters sparingly, as they can often make an image look over-processed if used excessively. Common mistakes to avoid. Here are some common mistakes that hosts make when taking Airbnb listing photos, along with tips for avoiding them. Including too much clutter. Clutter can be very distracting in photos and make the space look small and uninviting. To avoid this mistake, declutter the space as much as possible before taking your photos. Using low-quality photos. Low-quality photos can be very unappealing and make it hard for potential guests to get a good sense of what the space looks like. To avoid this mistake, make sure to use a high-quality camera and good lighting when taking your photos. Not showing enough of the space. It's important to show enough of the space in your photos to give potential guests a good sense of what it looks like. To avoid this mistake, try to include a variety of shots that show off different parts of the space. Using photos that are too dark. Dark photos can be hard to see and make the space look uninviting. To avoid this mistake, use good lighting and make sure to adjust the exposure of your photos as needed. Not paying attention to the background. The background of your photos can just be as important as the foreground. To avoid this mistake, make sure to clean up the background and remove any distracting elements before taking your photos. Not using a tripod. Using a tripod can help you get sharp, well-composed photos, especially if you're shooting in low light or using a long exposure. To avoid this mistake, consider investing in a good tripod. Not editing and enhancing your photos. Even if you nail the lighting and composition in your photos, you may still want to do some editing and enhancing to make them look their best. To avoid this mistake, take the time to edit and enhance your photos using photo editing software. Examples of high-quality listing photos. Here are a few examples of high-quality listing photos that could be used for an Airbnb listing. A well-lit, spacious bedroom with a neatly made bed and a few colorful throw pillows. This photo shows off the best features of the space and makes it look inviting and welcoming. A well-equipped kitchen with plenty of counter space and modern appliances. This photo gives potential guests an idea of what they can expect when they arrive and makes the space look clean and well-maintained. A cozy living room with plenty of comfortable seating and ambient lighting. This photo shows off the space in a way that makes it look inviting and welcoming and makes it easy for potential guests to imagine themselves relaxing there. A beautiful outdoor space with a view of the surrounding landscape. This photo is a great way to showcase any outdoor features of the property, such as a patio or a garden, and can be very appealing to potential guests. A well-lit bathroom with plenty of storage space and high-quality finishes. This photo gives potential guests an idea of what they can expect when they arrive and makes the space look clean, modern, and well-maintained. If you have a knack for taking great photographs from multiple angles and with various details, you can absolutely make money off of your impressive photography skills. That being said, all it takes is one bad customer experience along with a negative review on the site in question to lose future customers. So be careful which ones you pick. Higher quality shots will always be better, and the more photos you have, the better your chances are of finding that perfect renter. Just remember to follow these tips when taking your next listing photo. Hopefully, this guide will help you take better photos in the future. Best of luck in your Airbnb business endeavors. What will you surely remember from this information we have for you? Comment down below and share it with us. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time!